Hello, kind world. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Brennan Mejia here, the Red Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Charge. So I get asked a lot at like Comic-Cons or just in person, like, hey, Brennan, what was your favorite moment playing Tyler in the show? I've answered that a lot of times, and I'll probably answer it again for you. So today we're gonna talk about my favorite moments that my co-star Rangers did in Dino Charge. Let's get into it. All right, starting this off, I'm gonna jump into my favorite moment of Chase, who is our Black Ranger, played by James Davies. So Chase in the show, a little backstory, he's basically more a lover than a fighter. You know, he's always girl crazy. He's a little space cadet sometimes, not focused on the task. But when it comes down to it, he always locks in to save the day. So I really like how with James, like the biggest thing for him was in the Christmas episode, he was trying to get back to his family in New Zealand. I know we filmed in New Zealand, but in the show, we were in Amber Beach, which apparently is in America somewhere. I don't know where. We'll just say the West Coast. And the lengths he goes to get back to his sister, and he ends up failing. But the fact that he failed still worked in his favor, and it was so cool because like Santa Claus, of course, I call him the OG Red Ranger, Santa Claus offers him a ride on his sleigh because we basically saved Christmas and all that stuff, and takes him to New Zealand to be with his family. So I just thought that was amazing how Chase stepped up to really save the day and make it to his family at the end. All right, jumping to our Blue Ranger, Coda, played by Yoshi Sudarsu. Coda, played by Yoshi Sudarsu. I can't talk today. Coda, played by Yoshi Sudarso. Our Blue Ranger, loving caveman, lovable caveman character in the show. A lot of great moments with Coda. I just love how protective he is of his family. One of my favorite moments, honestly, was kind of his intro to becoming a Power Ranger, where he saves his brother Taku from a saber-toothed tiger, who apparently is also a dinosaur, if you go by Mighty Morphin's thought process, but it's not. Anywho, so he saves Taku, tackles a saber-toothed tiger off of a cliff, bonds to the blue energem, and gets frozen in ice for like, was it 10,000 or 100,000 years? A long time. That right there just shows me how much he cares about others. Didn't even second guess his own safety. He just was like, you know what, I gotta save my brother, and he acted. And if you watch My Hero Academia, you know, All Might's like, great heroes always have this one thing in common. Their body starts acting before they can think of what's happening. He tells like Deku this, I'm paraphrasing. And Deku ran to like fight the slime monster that was choking Bakugo before he had powers, and he wasn't thinking, he was just acting. And that reminded me of Coda in that moment, saving his brother. And that's just seen multiple times throughout the show, him just putting others before himself. So there you go. All right, jumping into the next Ranger on the team, let's go Shelby, the Pink Ranger, played by Camille Hyde. So one of my favorite moments for Shelby is how intelligent her character is and how she doesn't take no for an answer. So she argues a lot with Miss Morgan about thinking she can do things and proving herself, and she ends up saving us later on in Dino Supercharge by creating new Zords. So she learns how to make Zords. I believe she uses the Energem and like a Geode and like information from Keeper, and makes a new Zord and saves the day. And she saves the day multiple times. She almost kind of reminds me of Jen Scott from Power Rangers Time Force, how she's not, like Red is the leader, I guess, but Pink really kind of led Time Force. And I don't think Shelby led Dino Charge necessarily more than Tyler did, but she definitely had episodes and moments where she stepped up to the plate a lot and was like, yo, this is what needs to happen, it's gonna happen. So I appreciate her tenacity and her will to get things done when they need to happen. All right, last of the core 5 would be our Green Ranger Riley, played by Michael Tabor. So Riley is also super smart in our show. He isn't the scientist like Miss Morgan or the zoo caretaker, zoo in Dino Supercharge season finale, but museum caretaker. So he's not a scientist like Miss Morgan is in the show, but he's very analytical. So in the episode where we're fighting, what was the guy's name? The Puzzler or something in the maze, and he uses marbles to help us all escape, and he's playing like chess or something on the roof, just showcasing his brains to be able to help us win. And the fact that he trains with the sword enough to be of, you know, not just analytical, but like to help physically, prowess-wise in the fights too. So yeah, I'd say his brain power definitely helps the team, and he is the other half to my Christmas Ranger, because I'm the Red Ranger and he's the Green Ranger, and together we make the Christmas Ranger. Merry Christmas. All right, jumping to, let's keep going. I mean, okay, that was 5. So let's jump to our Gold Ranger in Dino Charge, which is Sir Ivan, played by Davi Santos. I absolutely adore Davi. We have so many dumb, jokes with each other. Like whenever we go obviously, we say Daviously, because Davi and Avi, this kind of rhymes. And then we'll like Jobu Jobu, like we'll call each other Jobu, because Daijobu in Japanese means like, are you okay? And then you're like, Daijobu, I'm okay. And so we just greet each other with Jobu. Davi was just great to have on the show, but again, I'm talking more about the characters than the co-stars themselves in this video. So Sir Ivan, I loved how we kind of had to prove to him that we were a team worth joining. And so the episode, speaking again of Shelby trying to, like, always being tenacious and pushing to get what needs to be done, our backbones were taken by a monster in an episode, so we lost all our courage, but Shelby still had hers. And she tries to get Ivan to join us, but he sees us as a bunch of cowards because we lost our backbones. But then he ends up joining us and helping us fight and saves the day and becomes a huge powerhouse on the team. And he's always about honor and doing the right thing. And so I just love that. Like his integrity is there. It's never about compromising. So that's one of my favorite things about Sir Ivan in Dino Charge.
I have to add it. That would be also my favorite, but also because that is maybe the funniest moment also in Power Rangers, when he assembles his own team going around the town like, these steel beasts bow at the command of crossing guard. You must be on my team. Oh, this metal chair of yours, grandma in a motorized wheelchair. Oh, love it. The best.
Yeah, see, I didn't even remember that specifically until I brought it up. But yes, yeah, just even more. It's so weird. Like, it's literally been 10 years since Dino Charge came out on TV, which means it's been 11 since we filmed it. But yeah, and then he brings things up like that, and then it like just sparks jumping back in time in my brain due to the power of the 10 Energems allowing me to time travel. Spoiler. Yeah, okay, so jumping now to number 7, let's go with Miss Morgan, played by Claire Blackwelder, our Purple Ranger. Well, technically our second Purple Ranger, because we had Albert, the old guy. Again, I'm assuming you guys have seen the show at this point. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. Yeah, so Miss Morgan, I love the fact that, again, she started as a scientist, basically just like building things for us, but then gets in the ring, so to speak, and fights. So my favorite moment for her is when she fought Snide in the base, like alone. None of us were there, and she solo morphed and fought him. And even though the base was destroyed like they do at the end of almost every single season, I just love how she was able to do that. And then also a very similar moment was in Dino Charge season finale when she first became the Purple Ranger and was fighting solo on Sledge's ship that she snuck onto. So I thought that was cool. I was running around looking for the red Energem that got stolen from me. Definitely amazing just to see her also use that brain power again, similar to how Shelby and Riley do, but just in a different way. And you know, having her alien biosigns dome thing that we can like detect where the baddies are, and coming up with ways to use the Energem's power to charge Dino Chargers to allow us to have more fighting capabilities against the baddies in space. All right, number 8, jump into the Graphite Ranger, played by Jared. So this is the Prince of Xandar, the true Prince of Xandar, because I technically, I guess, kind of like, you know, impersonated him for a moment when I had a mustache, and I actually had ripped that off, and that actually did hurt in that episode, if you've watched it. So yeah, he is the true Prince of Xandar, and he, you know, was amazing in the show, just like being protected by, I think it was by Coda initially when his car gets attacked, but then he steps up to the plate when he gets his own Energem in bonds. And even though he's like super wealthy, he's not trying to hide behind his wealth. He actually wants to help us defend not just the Earth, but the universe. So yeah, not as much to say because he wasn't in as many episodes as the other Rangers per se, but Jared's a great guy. Also really good looking dude. Like, you know, he comes on set and you're just like, wow, that is a male model, even though he's not. Maybe he is, I don't know. Jared, are you a model? You're not watching this, but regardless, good looking dude. Also really strong on like the ethics side, similar to Ivan, but not, because they're from different time periods, but both from the same country. And I feel like that idea of Xandar still having this moral code kind of transcended from Sir Ivan to Jared, or whatever, the Prince of Xandar. What is his name of the show?
I think it's Prince Philip.
Yeah, Prince Philip. So fun fact, when we film these videos, often Steven and I will be like, let's do a video on that. And then we just start filming it without like looking it up to remind ourselves of anything, which is why you're like, how do you not remember the name of your cast member? It's like, well, literally